Here at Driver Plus Final Conference, so far it has been very interesting and we have heard very stimulating talks. One thing that struck me actually was the way in which innovation was tackled, especially by Patrick Meyer. He gave a talk by focusing and highlighting the importance of the socio-cultural context.
After all, first responders by definition are going to be local. They're going to be the first one on the scene, and the way we're looking at this is why not empower those who are most close to the scene, who have the local knowledge and understand the local dynamics, because they will be more effective once they have access to these technologies rather than parachuting in a kind of top-down approach.
We're enthusiastic about this project because it brings people together, practitioners together. This is not ivory tower stuff. This is really practical stuff that it can be used by practitioners throughout Europe to prepare for the disasters to come, to make Europe a safer place for our citizens. We will need to work together in Europe, across Europe, to better prepare for natural disasters, for man-made disasters. Because, let's face it, with climate change, they will be more severe, they will be more challenging, and the only way is really to work together more closely, and this is the purpose of the Union Civil Protection Mechanism.
In the future, we know that threats of fire are going to grow. The Driver Plus framework clearly helps in terms of preparing for that future and trying to ensure that policymakers, fire and rescue services, all of the other services that go into protecting society are prepared for what's to come, and for that reason there needs to be this interaction between the science and initiatives such as Driver Plus.
There is so much learning that has happened over the past couple of years that is directly relevant in terms of the work that we do, because we have a lot to learn from the insights that have been gained throughout this particular Driver Plus approach. And one of them, just to name one of many, is through the trials that have been done across different countries in Europe, and not just the trials themselves, but how have they been designed? How were they actually executed? And equally, if not more importantly, how were they evaluated? And what methodologies are you using to evaluate the impact of new technologies and how they plug in to a disaster response situation?
I appreciate very much the very structured methodology. Being involved in the design of the final demo centered on the ERCC, we worked with that methodological approach.
The expectations at the beginning in these projects were quite huge. Large investment, large expectations. Since the beginning, one of these expectations, among the others, was that the project would benefit the entire crisis management world in Europe. It is one of our success projects, and having a final event like this to ensure that more and more stakeholders are aware about this success story and the tangible outputs of the project.
I would very much like to thank you, because I really enjoyed the last days being together with this very vibrant community, and I can only echo my colleague Kees in handing over a bunch of flowers to you, because you really produced very sophisticated results. And I think this could be in a way already a sort of a blueprint on how to make this European community a better community with regard to enhancing crisis management.
The project has met all of the three objectives. We have developed a pan-European testbed for crisis management innovation, the portfolio of solutions, and contributed significantly to a shared understanding of crisis management throughout Europe. All of our results have been received very well, and it's very good to see that many participants want to take up our results. So we can conclude that this is not the final step of a project, but the start of a new beginning.